Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Flow. I'm Mark, and as always, I will speak slowly and clearly to help you learn English step by step. Today, we're going to solve one of the biggest problems that English learners face. Maybe you know this feeling. You want to say something in English, but first your brain thinks in your native language. Then it translates word by word. This process is slow, it's frustrating, and it makes you sound unnatural. But don't worry. Today, I will teach you exactly how to stop this translation habit and start thinking directly in English. This episode is perfect for beginners and pre-intermediate learners, a 1 to A2 level. If you understand basic English but struggle to speak without translating, this lesson will change everything for you. By the end of this episode, you will have a clear method to think in English naturally and fluently. Let's begin. First, let's understand why your brain translates. When you learned your first language as a child, your brain created strong pathways. These pathways are like roads in your mind. When you think, your brain automatically uses these familiar roads, so when you want to speak English, your brain goes to the familiar road first, your native language. Then it tries to build a bridge to English. This creates the translation process. But here's the good news. You can create new pathways directly to English. You can build new roads in your mind. And the best way to do this is through a method I call slow shadowing with English thinking. Let me explain this step by step. The first thing you need to do is choose simple English content. This could be a short video, a podcast, or even this episode. The content should be at your level or slightly below. Don't choose something too difficult. Remember, we want to build new pathways, not create frustration. Now, listen to a small section, maybe 10 to 15 seconds. Don't try to understand every single word. Just listen for the general meaning, the main idea. Let the English sounds flow into your brain. Don't translate. Just listen and feel the rhythm of English. Next comes the slow shadowing part. Replay the same section and repeat what you hear. But here's the key: speak slowly and focus on copying the sounds, not the meaning. Think of it like singing a song in a foreign language. You don't translate the song, you just copy the melody and sounds. This is exactly what we want to do with English. Let me give you a practical example. Listen to this sentence. I always feel happy in spring. Now, don't think spring means in your language. Instead, just repeat slowly. I always feel happy in spring. Focus on the sound. Feel how your mouth moves. Notice the rhythm. This is slow shadowing. Let's practice with another example. Listen to, the coffee tastes really good. Don't translate coffee or tastes in your mind. Just repeat, the coffee tastes really good. Feel the English sounds in your mouth. Notice how really good flows together. This is building your English sound patterns. Here's one more example. I need to buy some milk. Again, don't translate each word. Just shadow the sounds. I need to buy some milk. Feel how need to becomes needa in fast English speech. This is natural English rhythm, and you're training your brain to recognize it. After you shadow the sentence several times, try to connect it to a mental image, not to words in your native language. When you hear, I always feel happy in spring, imagine flowers, warm weather, beautiful days. Connect English words to pictures and feelings, not to translations. Then make the sentence personal. Change it to match your life. Maybe you say, I always feel happy in summer, or I sometimes feel happy in spring. The important thing is that you're creating new sentences in English, not translating from your native language. Here's another powerful technique I call the English bubble. Imagine you're inside a bubble where only English exists. In this bubble, there are no other languages. Only English words, English sounds, English thoughts. When you practice enter this English bubble, start with simple things. Look around you and name what you see in English. Chair, table, window, light. Don't translate these words. Just say them as English sounds connected to English objects. Then make simple sentences. The chair is brown, the table is wooden, the window is open. Stay in your English bubble. Don't let other languages enter. Now, let me tell you something very important. Your brain needs time to build these new English pathways. It's like learning to drive a car. At first, you think about every action. Where are my hands? Where are my feet? What does this button do? But after practice, driving becomes automatic. Your hands and feet know what to do without thinking. The same thing happens with English. Right now, your brain has to think about every word. But with this method, English will become automatic. You won't need to think about grammar rules or search for words. The English will just flow out naturally. But remember, this process takes time. Don't expect to think in English perfectly after one day of practice. Give yourself at least 2 to 3 weeks of daily practice. Some students see changes after 1 week, others need a month. Everyone is different, and that's completely normal. Now, let me give you a daily routine to stop translating and start thinking in English. This routine takes only 15 minutes a day, but it will change everything. In the morning when you wake up, spend 5 minutes naming everything you do in English. I open my eyes, I stretch, I get out of bed, I brush my teeth. Don't translate these actions. Just connect the English words to the actions directly. In the afternoon, choose a short English video or audio. Practice slow shadowing for 5 minutes. Remember, focus on sounds and rhythm, not translation. In the evening before bed, talk to yourself in English for 5 minutes. Describe your day, your feelings, your plans. Start simple. Today was good. I worked. I ate lunch. I watched TV. If you don't know a word, don't translate it. Use simple words you already know or describe it in English. Let me give you some more examples of how to talk to yourself. Instead of thinking, "What should I cook?" in your native language, think directly in English. "What should I cook?" If you don't know the word for a specific food, describe it. "I want to cook something with chicken and vegetables." When you're walking outside, describe what you see. The sky is blue. There are many cars. People are walking fast. Don't worry if your sentences are simple. Simple is perfect for building English thinking habits. If you're watching TV, comment in English. "This movie is interesting. The actor is very good. I like this story." These small moments of English thinking add up over time and create powerful changes in your brain. Many learners make mistakes when trying to think in English. The first mistake is they choose content that's too difficult. Start easy. Even children's books or simple videos are perfect for building English thinking pathways. The second mistake is they try to understand every word. Don't worry about every word. Focus on general meaning and sounds. The third mistake is they give up too quickly. Building new thinking pathways takes time. Be patient with yourself. The fourth mistake is they practice for too long at once. Short, regular practice is much better than long, irregular practice. This method works because it trains your brain to connect English sounds directly to meaning, without going through your native language first. When you do slow shadowing, you're teaching your mouth how English feels. When you connect words to images instead of translations, you're building direct English pathways in your brain. Remember, language learning is like building muscle. You need regular exercise, not just one big workout. Every day you practice this method, your English thinking muscle gets stronger. I want to share a story with you. I had a student named Maria. She came to me very frustrated. "Mark," she said, "I know many English words, but when I try to speak, I translate everything. It takes so long." So I taught her this exact method. For the first week, Maria felt strange talking to herself in English, but she continued practicing. After 2 weeks, something amazing happened. Maria called me excited. "Mark, today I was cooking and I thought, I need more salt directly in English. I didn't translate it." This was the breakthrough moment. Maria's brain had started creating direct English pathways. Now, 6 months later, Maria thinks in English most of the time when she's practicing or learning. This can happen for you too. The key is consistency. Even if you practice for just 10 minutes a day, you will see progress. But if you practice for 3 hours one day and then nothing for a week, you won't build strong pathways. Regular, short practice beats long, irregular practice every time. Here's what I want you to do right after this video. Find a simple English video or audio that's 1 to 2 minutes long. Practice slow shadowing with just 15 seconds of that content. Try to describe what you just heard using simple English without translating. Finally, talk to yourself in English for just 2 minutes about anything. Your day, your food, your family. Use simple words and don't worry about mistakes. My friends, stopping translation and thinking in English is not magic. It's not talent. It's a skill you can learn with the right method and regular practice. You don't need to translate every thought. You can connect English directly to your ideas, feelings, and experiences. Remember, every time you practice slow shadowing, every time you stay in your English bubble, every time you speak to yourself in English, you're building stronger pathways to fluency. Start today. Start now. Even 5 minutes of practice will begin to change how your brain processes English. You have everything you need to begin this journey. Thank you for joining me today on English Flow. I'm Mark, and as always, keep listening, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.